Hello and welcome to yet another insight into the lives and capabilities of our remote staffers. Today we have with us Demi, who has been a great addition to our team at Remote Scouts. She has a wide experience in marketing, in digital marketing, and has a wide portfolio with international clients, and she's working for one of the North American clients.
Hello, thank you so much for having me first of all. So my name is Demi Abid, Demi as a pseudo, and I am a Remote Scouts staffer.
Nice to have you here. Why don't you tell us about your experience working as a remote staffer?
Oh, it has been a lovely experience for me, to be honest. I've worked with clients from all over the world, the UK, the US, Australia, Canada, and even some other countries. And I have just grown personally, my career, my elaborative learning experience has been great. It has been lovely. And then working with Remote Scouts has just given me this tremendous boost where I can, work from an environment where I'm provided a full professional setting, a team where I'm provided that constant acknowledgement that I'm at work and I am not just distances away from my client. And I am given an opportunity where I can express myself and I can remotely, even if it's remote work, I can feel like I'm in an office. So working as a remote hire has been a great experience overall for me because I've worked freelance for the past 5 years, but working as a Remote Scouts hire and a staffer has been an amazing experience for me.
Thank you for sharing that with us. We now understand that you have a wide experience in marketing. Why don't you share some of the responsibilities that you have taken on in the past?
Well, being a person who's been working in the field and industry for the past 5 years and working for different niches, I've taken up so much responsibility. Starting from writing content, I've developed a digital marketing experience now for my client that I'm working through Remote Scouts with, is in the real estate investment business. So that was a new niche, and I'm working as the head of digital marketing for them. So I'm like an all-rounder, to be honest. So I take my work and my responsibility very seriously, and I have taken up these responsibilities mostly that include digital marketing, graphics designing, social media management, content creation of any sort, to be honest. So I've worked with niches regarding marketing for trucking companies, clothing companies, for notary companies. That was a surprise for me as well. But yeah, so these were the responsibilities I took up for all these different niches, and I did deliver, and that's what basically pushed me to work harder and gain more skill set, a more communicative skill set and a more elaborative skill set.
That's an impressive record. Good for you. With that being said, it shows that you have a wide experience working with international clients. How has that experience been so far, working as a remote hire?
Oh, it's been a lovely experience for me. Since I started my work 5 years ago, I've only worked with international clients. My clientele has been from the UK, the US, from Australia, not from Australia, and from Canada. And because it's an overall experience when you're working in an international world, you learn something new every day. So being a remote hire has taught me that not only that my communication skills have to be on point, but they have to be at the top of their game. Communication, getting to know the client, getting in their head, publicly and personally extracting the information, because we all know that getting to know a client and getting information out of them is the hardest part and the hardest thing we have to do. So as a remote hire, I've learned all of these things. And then there's this communication gap, there is this space gap, there is this continent gap between us. So I've learned to enhance myself in the field of communication and enhance myself in the field of getting to know my client and become likable and to get information out of them, basically. So working with Remote Scouts has helped me a lot, basically, in this, because they've given us an opportunity to work with clients from all over the world while having an office, while having a sitting where we can work and we can build a team and not feel like we're outcasted in any way. So working as a remote hire, working as a remote scouts has been a lovely experience.
And do you think that working with international clients, and especially in the US region, has given you more confidence taking challenges head on in your job?
Oh, of course. Because if we do just consider the US, since my client that I'm working from through Remote Scouts is from the US, so I feel like the US being such a big continent, being a proper continent, I have to deal with different people. I have to deal with different people of different mindsets, of clienteles, of different races, of different backgrounds, of different mentalities. And it has helped me to grow immensely. It has provided me with strategic thinking. It has provided me with the action planning. It has provided me with a passion that, forces me and makes me want to work and be better. So because my communication skills have gotten so much better while working with the clientele all over the world, specifically the US has helped me to expand it. Because around Australia, everyone is almost the same. Around Canada, everyone is almost the same. Around the UK, most people have the same mentality or thinking, but around the US, you get different cultures, you get different you get diversity, and then you learn more. You get different clients most clients, as we know, don't really know what they want. So getting into their head, communicating, pointing out what they want is something that I've learned from these people.
What do you think is the positive impact and influence of being an in-source employee from Remote Scouts?
Oh, I have so many things from, like, I can just start numbering them and counting them on my fingers. First of all, you have a team. You're not sitting at home, crossed on your computer, just going damn crazy. You can talk to people, you can build a team, you can build communication, you can build trust. You have the ability to work remotely with international clients, with international people who are working on a broader scale, but with the team present. And you are working with a team just doesn't give you that opportunity. It doesn't stop you from growing. You are learning constantly, whereas when you're working from home, when you're working remotely from the security of your house, you don't get to learn that much. You get to learn the specific things that you are teaching yourself, or the things you learn from the client. But here I'm learning something new every day from the people who are around me. I am building a team. I now know how to sit with people, how to communicate with people who live with me, who work with me. So Remote Scouts has given me an opportunity to enjoy the best of both worlds. To be honest, I'm enjoying both the worlds, the international world and the local world at the same time. Then we have the corporate system, that I now know what it's like to work in a corporate system. I am given a set, I am given devices, I am given opportunities, and I am asked to represent myself there, and I do so, and I've grown so much. I've grown so immensely because I have been given the liberty to grow and to process and progress through what I am doing. I'm not limited to what my client says, or I'm not limited to what the company wants. They give me a platform where I can grow.
Now, though it's certain that you are a well-rounded individual who has many skills and a wide range of experience, so can you share some strategies that you employ while interacting with your clients?
Oh, there are so many that I use, because every client is different. You need to go in with a different strategy. Well, my base strategy is mostly research and data mining on the client, on what the client does, on what the niche is, on what market, what demographic, what psychographic he wants to conquer and he wants to go with. So I first of all do a bit of recon spying on the client, if I must say, which sounds bad, but it isn't. It's a good thing. So yeah, that is something I do for the client beforehand with the client. Then I communicate with the client. I feel like communication is the best key to get into your client's head. This is something that I learned very initially in my career, and I have been employing it and implementing it ever since. So communication is, I feel like, the best key that you can use with the client to get into their head. Likability is another factor. If the client doesn't like you, they'll never open up. Open a safe space for them. Make them feel like they're talking to someone they can trust. If you don't build that trust and relationship and that commitment with your client, they will never open up, and they will never try to give you the answers you need. So building that safe space, building that environment for them where they can open up and communicate easily is something that I do to, get into my client's head.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Dua. We're sure that many of us would take something positive away from this conversation.
Thank you so much.